Yo, what's up gamers? It's Captain Corkscrew back here with another hilarious video. Today we'll be doing Chronicles episode 1 at Six Flags Magic Mountain. I have cookies and cream popsicle right now, and I'm gonna eat it throughout this recording, so if you hear chewing, that is why. So Goliath was closed on our trip, but everyone told me that it's as bad as everyone says, so it was okay, because I was just going to skip it anyways. Anyways, here is Wonder Woman, us walking up to Wonder Woman. This is a great ride. When I saw Jersey Devil Coaster, I am a Railblazer fanboy, so look at that face. When I saw Jersey Devil, I knew I wanted to ride it, but I didn't want to go all the way to New Jersey. So this is great. This is very convenient. Basically, they're running 3 trains, and I got the back because they were looking for a single rider. Anyways, I want to talk about this little wave turn right here. It's not on Jersey Devil Coaster, but it's on Wonder Woman, and it gives great hand choppers. It's so good with the support. It's awesome. Alright, next I went further back in the park to Scream, and so I just got off Scream, and everyone hates this ride too much. I'm a sucker for B&Ms, but this is a good one. Maybe I'm just soft, but it was forceful, and fun. I'm a sucker for hang time, though. Yes, 10 out of 10. Okay, pause here. So next, I went to Twisted Colossus, and I was so excited that I accidentally recorded this clip in slow motion, so I'm just gonna play this clip in full for you guys. Since this was my first trip, I didn't focus so much on taking photos, and I was more interested in rides as I could, so I didn't take that many photos, but I did take these ones, and I posted on my story, and said this, but you know what, it's fine, it's whatever, screw my digital footprint, this is great, this is a good coaster. My family and I did the log flume, and then we headed over to West Coast Racers for a ride. This is a very, very fun coaster. But I think the best part about this is my sister and I made friends with this family from Arizona in line, and we got to race them on the other train. This ride is smooth. This ride is fun. It's definitely one you need to ride. It is great. Now, I was scared that this would happen, but Apocalypse was closed the day that we went, which was very infuriating. These things. Let me rant about these things for like a hot second. Okay, so, as you can see here, Wonder Woman Flight of Courage is using a Batman the Ride photo. Gold Rusher never had more than a 15-minute wait. And all of these round to the nearest 5, but Full Throttle has 42. This thing doesn't make any sense. X2 was closed, so we went over to Viper. And this thing is very fun. I like roller coasters that try to rip my head off, and I grade out really hard on this one. Here's my reaction afterwards. Big thumbs up. There's my sister. Yeah. Okay, so pause here. You might be wondering to yourself, oh, but AJ, you just said that X2 was closed. Well, it was, but from the top of Viper's lift hill, I could see a group of people wearing green shirts in the line for X2, and I'm not sure if they were maintenance green shirts or that daycare group that we saw at the entrance that was all wearing green shirts. Point was, there were people in line for X2, so after we got off of Viper, we rushed over there. I rushed over there. Now this ride is an engineering masterpiece. Normally I have some sense of direction where I'm going, but X2 takes that sense away from me and throws it out the window, and you're honestly at the mercy of X2 when you're riding this. It's amazing. I met a group of guys who only had 5 people in their group, so I got to ride with them. If you're hearing this, hey Nate, it's AJ from the Bay Area. I hope you're doing fine. Next, we finished out our first complete circuit by going back to full throttle, and these ops are, I'm not sure if it's the Skyrocket 2 trains being, or Skyrocket 3 trains being not big enough, or just the don't pull down your lap bars, we'll do it for you, or anything, but these ops were horrible. And not to mention that the ride is kind of sucky on its own. Let me rant for a second. The highlight of the whole ride is that awesome hang time loop, and it's great. You look to your left and you get this crazy upside down view of the whole city, and it's awesome. And then you drop down and hit that turn. It's cool, and you dive into that tunnel. Yeah, and it's great. And I just want it to punch us through so we can go over that hill, but no, it has to bring us to a complete stop and push us backwards, which is so random. I was talking with a friend, and he said that the first time he rode it, the backwards launch was awesome, but every other time it just ruined the pacing. And it does. It's just I understand wanting to make the ride longer, but this is not the way to do it. Okay, we went to Canyon Blaster, and my sister and I rode that about 6 times.
Yeah, you guys ready? Let's go!
There's me in front of the Batman logo. We got to ride this thing about 3 times, and once in the front, once in the back. And this thing is beautifully silent. The other 2 inverts that I've ridden are Silver Bullet and Flight Deck, and both of those you can kind of hear it rumbling or scraping through its layout, but this one is totally silent when you're standing right next to it. It's really crazy. Tatsu had an 80-minute wait all day, and there's no way that I'm waiting in that alone, but maybe if the fast lane option is affordable? $15? I could buy a fridge magnet for that. And I did. Anyways, it was about 8:30 right now, and I wanted to have time for gift shopping so I can buy fridge magnets. So I guess I'll get Tatsu on my next trip. So that meant Batman was my last ride of the night. Psych! I got one last ride on Viper. And we went to Fat Sal's afterwards, which was pretty good. But I think it's safe to say that I will be coming back to Magic Mountain very soon. Yeah.
Don't you forget about me.
Okay. Rewind. I just gotta rant about this just one more time. The Tatsu queuing system is so whack. Okay, so they have one cattle pen down behind the sign, and people group up in there, and after a while, some guy from the station comes down and lets them up into a long winding path up to the station. I went up to the guys at the front of this cattle pen and asked how long they had been waiting since the last group had been let in. They said 15 minutes. So that means that people had just been standing there for 15 minutes without moving a single inch. It's whack, really. They have plenty of room on that long winding path up to the station for people, and they have those 2 loading stations, if I'm not mistaken. So why do this? It makes no sense. All right, good night.